Will you reunite with your person? Let's see what the cards have to say. Well, you definitely want to. Interesting, there is a prospect of that. There's that wish for it to happen. Oh my gosh. Okay, so first off, I'm getting a yes, but you really need to stick with me because I feel like they have ulterior motives. I feel like you want a relationship that, okay, there's a lot of messages happening right now. You want to have an equal relationship where you guys are friends as well as lovers. We've got that foundation of like mutual respect, mutual love. It's equal. There's no power play. I feel like your person wants to be the one in charge and they want to call the shots. You're the one who's super open and like, let's make this work, and you're super positive about it. And you try really hard to kind of create a situation where this can work. I think verbally there is going to be a message like, let's try and make this work, or let's go for it. But I don't necessarily think it's going to pan out physically in the way that you want. I feel like you've already had to like find a lot of balance with this person. In the past, I'm kind of getting the feeling you've had to just really like feel them out. I feel like you've had to adapt. You've had to make all of these changes. You've had to be the one to make all of these sacrifices. And I feel like they do want a committed relationship, but that committed relationship is not what you want, not the equal give and take, equal, like a normal, healthy relationship. That's what you want. They want to be in control. They need to be in control. They, honestly, I feel like, I'm not saying it would get physically abusive, but I'm just saying like it would be a very controlling, unhealthy, toxic dynamic. And if they're saying, for example, that they want to marry you or move in, I think it's to just be able to have that power over you, to control. So I don't really see this as a very good thing for you. And I honestly feel like they kind of bring out the worst in you because they're playing all these games. It's like you are also kind of like in a way forced to try and play games and say things maybe that you don't mean, and it just doesn't really sit right with me. Let's get a few more clarification cards and we'll do an advice card. It's crazy because like they come off as like a super loving, like, oh, I'm so emotionally mature, like, oh, I've read all these books, maybe they like meditate or whatever, but underneath it's just a cover. It's just a cover. It sucks because you have so much hope for this relationship and you have evidence of like, well, you know, this has gone well in the past and this has gone well and we've accomplished this and whatever, but this is a major arcana card. This is part of their personality and it's not changing, probably not in this lifetime, to be honest. This is so interesting. I do feel like you guys are going to try and make a actual physical relationship work now that I'm seeing this Ace of Pentacles. For most of you, not necessarily all of you. But man, I'm sorry, like you can have like really good cards and then this Devil card can kind of taint the whole thing because it can be a very, very negative card, I'm feeling. And just like being aspected by the High Priest, you know, even though this does mean commitment, I do feel because it's being aspected by the Devil that it is like a power trip. Let's get an advice card. Honestly, I feel like you're not, if I warn you, if I was to say, do not, I'll show you that in a sec. If I was to say, do not pursue this relationship, I really feel like you would just ignore me. I feel like you kind of have to dip your toes in to actually realize what they're like, okay? Because if I say like, oh, don't go for this at all, and then you listen to me, I feel like you'd be like, well, maybe she was wrong, maybe it will work, and then you do, and then you end up going in anyways. You see what I mean? I feel like you kind of have to dip your toes. Don't go all in. Just take like just take like one step. It needs to be like small steps, very small steps. And you need to be very spiritually awake and intuitive and listening to your gut and your spirit, not your head. Okay, not whatever they're saying. Listen to your gut, okay? I do feel that this will end in a disappointment and a loss and all of that. But there's always hope. There's always hope with every single door that closes, a window opens. Is this the end for you in regards to romantic love? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. There is a love out there for you. They're already energetically present. I just don't feel like it is ultimately this person, but I hate to say it, I feel like you need to kind of dip your toes, not jump in head first. Okay, dip your toes into the situation to kind of figure out this person, and it's kind of like the stepping stone to your next relationship. I feel like will be the one that sticks. I really hope you found that helpful, and just remember, you deserve to be treated amazingly well, and you deserve to have the equal happy relationship that you deserve that. Okay, and you're such like a hopeful, optimistic, kind, loving person, right? There is someone out there for you that will absolutely adore you and allow you to be you without having to control at all. I promise you that.